Women like to say they lack power and privilege, but shit, if this doesn't highlight one major privilege, I don't know what will. Student who stabbed boyfriend may avoid jail as it would damage her career. Holy shit, what? In this article in The Guardian, written by Caroline Davies, we learn about Lavinia Woodward. An Oxford University student who stabbed her boyfriend with a bread knife may not go to jail because it could damage her prospects of a medical career, a court has heard. Aspiring heart surgeon Lavinia Woodward punched and stabbed her boyfriend during an alcohol and drug-fueled row at Christ Church College. She admitted unlawfully wounding the Cambridge University student, who she met on the dating app Tinder. Oh good, an open and shut case. She admitted she stabbed the guy. If a guy had stabbed his girlfriend, it'd be easy jail time, eh? Well, not this time. Judge Ian Pringle, sitting at Oxford Crown Court, said he would take an exceptional course and defer sentence for 4 months, hinting that Woodward will not be jailed because of her talent. It seems to me that if this was a one-off, a complete one-off, to prevent this extraordinary, able young lady from not following her long-held desire to enter the profession she wishes to, would be a sentence which would be too severe, he said. What you did will never, I know, leave you, but it was pretty awful, and normally it would attract a custodial sentence, whether it is immediate or suspended, he said. Oh, you mean she'll feel bad for stabbing a guy? That's enough? Well, let's withhold judgment until we hear just what she did. Woodward, who lives in Milan, Italy with her mother, stabbed her then-boyfriend in the leg after punching him in the face. She then hurled a laptop, glass, and a jam jar at him during the attack on the 30th September last year, the court heard. She was in court to hear the judge's comments. So, she punches the guy, then grabs a butter knife and stabs him in the leg. Then she starts throwing shit at him, I would guess, while he's curled up and trying to pull the knife from his leg. Notice included in that list was a jam jar. So this butter knife was likely covered in jam when she rammed it into his leg. Fuck. The court was told that Christ Church would allow her to return in October because she is that bright and has had articles published in medical journals. Mitigating, James Sturman said his client's dreams of becoming a surgeon were almost impossible as her conviction would have to be disclosed. She had had a very troubled life and was abused by a previous boyfriend, he said. Woodward will be sentenced on the 25th of September. She was given a restraining order and told to stay drug-free and not to reoffend. So, her punishment so far is don't go near the guy and don't stab anyone else? Plus, the judge pretty much told her she won't see jail because she's such a promising student. So a slap on the wrist and off you go. Go become a heart surgeon, but stay away from bread knives. I'd like to make a sweeping generalization about how men are treated as disposable in society, but this is just one article and not enough of a data point on its own to warrant such a hyperbolic statement. Don't worry though, that video is coming. What I do want to highlight is the justification of her troubled life and being abused by a previous boyfriend. This should not be excuses for violent behavior. While I can't comment on her hard life since nothing is said about it besides that one statement to make us feel sorry for her, being abused by a previous boyfriend is not an excuse to treat the current boyfriend poorly. Well, recent ex. Yeah, I'd dump her too if she jammed a knife into my body. At best, the drug she was doing at the time would be a better excuse, but then I ask, how the fuck is she not being charged for possession? We have an article that tells you flat out she was high. She was in a alcohol and drug-fueled rage, and no one wants to make the case that not only did she attack a guy, but she was doing drugs. This isn't just one count of assault, Judge. But nope, once again, we see a woman get a lighter sentence than a man would for a similar crime. I mean, it's not like a month before this, Rick Hardiman stabbed his girlfriend in the leg with a potato peeler. And it's not like he got sentenced for 4 months in prison, 18 years of suspension, and had to pay £200 in court costs. That's all fine, because unlike in Caroline's story, where we don't get any background of why she freaked and stabbed him, in Rick's we get to hear how horrible their relationship had deteriorated, painting Rick as an abuser. Now, to be fair, I am not defending Rick. It may well be that he's an abuser. It may well be that he got a light sentence for stabbing and injuring his girlfriend and the mother of his child. I don't know anything about the man, aside from the ugly way he's painted in the article, but at least this article gives us some background on the couple and why the attack happened. But in Caroline's case, when a woman is charged with a crime, we like to paint them as victims, even when they are the perpetrators. In this article by the CBC, we learn about Nyuk Lan Huang, known to friends as Cynthia, who beat her husband for hours with a shower curtain rod, a 2x4, and a broom handle. After she beat him so badly that he fell unconscious, she finally calls 911, and he dies in hospital. Oh, and did I mention her son was home with them at the time? Evidently, they plea bargained down to manslaughter despite having a very good case for second-degree murder. While I am annoyed at that, it's legal politics and it's never pretty, so I have to let that pass. But the article spends a good chunk of time trying to paint Cynthia in a positive light while claiming mental health issues on her behalf. Yet if we go to the bottom, the investigator who spoke to the CBC told him it was the worst case he had seen in his career. Way to sugarcoat a killer, CBC. That's all I got for this episode. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.